will need to pay me 5 billion naira. That was what Evans said. The moment Evans couldn't pay 5 billion naira, ABBA Kyari called camera and everybody. Breaking news. Super Cop arrest Evans kidnapper. And when they ask, for years, they ask ABBA Kyari to come and give evidence of Evans kidnapper. They said all of these years that Evans kidnapper has been in custody, all his properties, landed properties, money, everything gone. Today, evidence to prove that Evans kidnapper is a kidnapper, apart from the eyewitness, which is the principal witness, Abi, all the proceeds of kidnapping that they said Evans has accumulated, many of them, they have already been taken over by ABBA Kyari and his boys. I'm not making this up. That's true. That is out there if you really want to know. Same thing with Wadume. So the whole thing started making sense when NDLEA and their video and the communication in that video, right, showed that Baba etikolete shoe. The moment you are carried away by the frauduria Nigeria, every other scam will be falling upon one another. Just like when this came up, they said, Mayegun, listen, now the effort to make sure that ABBA Kyari will not be sent back to America. Who do you think has been providing all these organs for politicians and the rest of them? Who are those who are kidnapping young people in the name of arrest and they are not allowed to contact their families? Why are those police stations in Nigeria? When you have police station, you also have abattoirs beside it. Abattoir is where they torture you, right? And if they figure out that you have nothing to give, they can easily sell off your organs. I'm not making this up, man. Ask people who have witnessed them. If you go to a place called Okuzu SARS in Anambra. If you go to a place in Abuja called Abattoir, those who went into the place, they will tell you the moment you get in there, you are not going out of this place alive. You are not different from somebody who has been kidnapped. You will not have any access to any lawyer, forget it. You will not have access to any of your family member, forget that. The only thing you have opportunity to have access to is if you have something to negotiate with. This was part of what triggered the SARS protest, by the way. So they said, Mayegun, they are trying to keep him Okuzo SARS. And those that they dumped in the Osu, is it called Osu or Olu River? Abi Olu River. Please remind me, because you know me, I don't know much about Biafra and the places except for what I read. And, I remember. Young people that they killed and they dumped them in a river by the policemen in that part of Nigeria. SARS. Hoji River, God bless you. They were killed by police because whether they were, they are being tortured and they gave up. They killed them. Some of them, they removed their organ while they were still alive. Eyewitnesses, they will say, you will be hearing. They will say, well, you hear them? Oh yeah, carry them, made them go pick bean, and made them go pick in Nigeria. In Nigeria, yeah. If you are locked up in any police station, and you hear that around it's always mostly around 11 p.m. in the evening, they will say, they are picking people to go and pick litters. Oh yeah, they will choose people inside those cells. They will say, man, this whole place is too congested. Let us decongest this cell. Oh yeah, you, come out. They will ask you to go and pick litters. Then what you'll be hearing next is that, Mama mo, pa. They are executing them. That is so common in Nigeria. There are particular police in Nigeria that were given that right to do that. Extrajudicial killings in Nigeria. ABBA Kyari became so supreme leader in that regard. So they said, no, we are not taking him to America. Because if he goes to America, he's going to be in jail for a minimum of 20 years without parole. Hush Puppy stole from over 2 million Americans. And therefore, everyone who helped him to do the job, right? If you are an accomplice and they are so kind of lenient to you, you will be in jail for 20 years. ABBA Kyari did a lot of dirty jobs for the people who are currently jailing him in Nigeria. Because they who jail him right now in Nigeria, they can release him tomorrow and said everything they said about him is not right, it's wrong. And they can put him back in his police post. Remember, they suspended him. You will be surprised that the same people who said they suspended him and put him in jail, they will reinstate him and they will pay him back every penny of his salary, as they claim, all at that time, just to prevent him from being taken to America. Okay, whatever that is, whatever value ABBA Kyari has, it is working. Yeah, yesterday, a court in Nigeria ruled that because ABBA Kyari is facing allegation from Nigeria NDLEA for drug and drug smuggling, he cannot be extradited to America for now. He needs to face that case until that case is over. So which means all they have to do is what? Release ABBA Kyari. Tell him not to travel to some places. Don't go this place, don't go to that place. So, right? And they will say, because the case is in court, he's not guilty. So what else do you want them to do? Until the court says he's guilty now, they will restate him back. I'll give you an example of who they did that to. Do you remember Zachary Biu? Do you remember a man called Zachary Biu? Right. Now, there is an officer in Nigeria, police or Nadia DSS. His name is Zachary Biu. He was accused, or let me say, he was dismissed from the Nigerian police or so because of his corruption, bribery, and every other things that they accused him of under Goodluck Egberejolantan, I think. Now, you know what happened? Yeah? At some point, Zachary Biu, Officer Zachary Biu, surprisingly, a court just said his suspension was wrong, even though he confessed to the crime back then, and he accepted his confession when this APC, they said, go and fight it. So he fought it. And guess what? A court said his suspension or whatever is a dismissal was wrong. Okay, his fundamental human right was reinstated. Therefore, all his entitlements were also paid. It didn't last long ago. A year after that, guess what happened? Zachary Biu was the one they put in charge of Kabiru Sokoto, the Madala Christmas Day bomber that killed over 52 people in Abuja. Do you remember that? Kabiru Sokoto, well, I bet that sounds familiar, doesn't it? That is Kabiru Sokoto. Guess who was the officer that was protecting or that was put in charge of Kabiru Sokoto to be guiding him in their custody? Guess who? You guessed right. Zachary Biu. So, they will always have that leverage because the dirty job that you might see them do and get away with, none of them, or let me say all of them, are sanctioned by the same people who promised you safety in Nigeria. So today, the power that be, they have done it. ABBA Kyari will be in Nigeria. Very soon, you will see him wearing the police uniform again. If you are doubting me, ask me, where is Maguluta Crook? Maguluta Crook, the former EFCC chairman. The one, yeah, that they said, hey, they take is a no-nonsense. Only for us to figure out that later is, in fact, the crooked of the crooked of the crooked you can think of. Talking about those fighting, the crooked. Maguluta Crook, the former EFCC chairman, we found out later that all of those returned loot that they keep telling us APC, Egbekegbe was recovering back, return loot were being relooted by Maguluta Crook, Malamu, and every one of them in that kitchen that they call the kitchen cabinet of Bokuwari. Remember that. Houses they collected from the looters of Nigeria. Maguluta Crook and his friends, they converted them to their own. They sold off those they could sell off. Listen, and they were making deals. Bank accounts, account balances were being emptied by Maguluta Crook. When they told us that Maguluta Crook was also in the book of Tifnumbu in Lagos. And that was not good for the permutation of the Malamu gang inside the Bokuwari's kitchen. They decided to sacrifice Maguluta Crook. Magu was called to the Old Rock in Abuja. I bet Bokuwari was probably passed out on whatever morphine or whatever they gave to him, painkillers for all he was going through then. Magu was locked up in a room and they told him, it's over. We heard that you are working for Tifnumbu and our plan for Tifnumbu no good. You go hinder him. Eh? So you need to go. Magu wanted to fight. They told him you can't. Your friend that is helping you to sell the properties of the thieves, we know about all this. Yeah, we do. But what happened here is this. You will be tried inside the Old Rock. Old Rock became a court where Maguluta Crook was tried. And then his trial and the result of his trial was announced. Maguluta Crook has been suspended as EFCC chairman and removed. And somebody called Bawa will take over from him. Okay, if Maguluta Crook has violated his own oath as EFCC chairman, he's a thief. Why do you have to give him a secret trial? Why do you have to take him into a bedroom? It is the Malamu way. Malamu doing his own thing. Just a few months after, they also announced Maguluta Crook has been reinstated into the police. His rank reinstated. In fact, he's promoted. All of his salary paid. Maguluta Crook is no longer EFCC chairman, but he's also a police officer in Nigeria. End of story. The abracadabra on this ABBA, Ostelo, Pablo Escobar drug dealer, Kyari, is indeed in the same context with what APC, Egbekegbe, represents. So talking about politics. Politics of Nigeria, the politics of ethnic, the politics of tribe, the politics of religion, the politics of vile aids, and everything you can think of. More ingredients that you will never find in anything called nation building. Anyway, as it is right now, to some of the people who actually knows through the ping pong game that the political class always play. In this case, remember when these guys went to meet themselves in London? Yeah, I don't think that is in any way working well as we speak, okay? Because the man they met in London, with a Wike, has something to say in this regard. I think I'll start with this. When Wike got back to Nigeria, he said this.
You have heard what the leader of our delegation had just said. There's nothing special about it. We met with the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress. We met with our leader, former president of Nigeria, Chief Obasanjo, and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. We also met with our own presidential candidate, and I can say confirm this is the first time as a team we are meeting with the presidential candidate, so you can see all those rumors and this and that. But for whatever it is worth, like I said, consultation is ongoing. What we're talking about, like I said, is in the interest of the...
Right. So that was when he got back and he said, well, we have consultation. I met with APC presidential candidate. He's a PDP member himself. And we all know, that in PDP, this is more or less like the relationship as it feels like right now. They are waiting. That in what Yoruba calls right? However, to prove that more, today, with a Wike is no longer taking it. I mean, it was meant to be a peaceful thing. They met for the progress of this or that. Well, it's not about any progress of anybody. If you are being deceived, I'm asking you to stop deceiving yourselves now, okay? Because you see, in the real context of it, right, it's about themselves. Now, if you want to understand better, with a Wike back in Nigeria, let me see if I still have that clip. One sec. Listen to this.
It's not every day you carry a potato stomach. You begin to. Anybody who is patient in life will see the benefit. Not those that are on throat will never allow them. Every small thing, they jump here. Every small thing, they jump there. Those of you who have been faithful, who have been committed, remain resolute for the interest of River State. You will always benefit from your father. The only thing you can get is to go and sell your people. You come back empty-handed. Mark it. I was watching television yesterday when they went to Kano to receive Shakara. Fine. I saw one rapist from River State. A rapist from River State. Now, sitting at the back, where he went to join them to receive Shikara. But ask him, how many people have you made to join your party in your state? You have gone to receive somebody somewhere, but you have not made effort to receive other people to join your own party in your state. You like when food is ready, you go. But you to cook the food, you will not be prepared to cook the food. It's where people have cooked, you go and eat. But you cook your own, you will not cook. As people who want the party to win, or who want their own candidate to win the election, what role are you playing in your state to make sure your party wins election? How many people have you been able to galvanize, mobilize them, for them to leave the other parties and join your party? That is to show you are committed, you are willing and ready to make your party to win the election.
That's not, no, that's not all, okay? There's another part. This time around, you know him now, like where he talks, right? He's talking about somebody not carrying their potato stomach, right? Pot kettle black.
Anybody who is patient in life will see the benefit. Not those that are on throat will never allow them. Every small thing, they jump here. Every small thing, they jump there. Those of you who have been faithful, it's not every day you carry a potato stomach. You begin to move with people as a houseboy. But come and give vote in your own state to make your candidate to win the election. It's not to go to Abuja and begin to gossip, say all kinds of things. Come home and mobilize. Let us see the capacity you have. Operation Deliver your polling unit. Operation Deliver your ward. Operation Deliver your local government. That's what politics is all about. It's not following people up and down. When they are stabbing picture, you put your head like this, so they will see you. I've never seen people who think that you can be relevant by following people. Then when they are snapping, you put your head like this. What is your role? How did they treat you? What is your contribution there? Nothing. Anywhere any reverse man, any true reverse man is, you must show that you're important. You must show that you have something to offer. Don't go and begin to do as a houseboy. We are not known to be houseboys. We are not known to be that. So all of you, continue to show that you are.
Well, it's just to let you know that the chicken has come home to roost. Maybe it's coming home to roost, they will say. But there's somebody who actually knows how to answer Wike. And guess where that person comes from? Kano. This guy.
Because of your performance in Kano, and since you know that two of us are doing the same thing, it's good for you to support me.
Aspiring to be the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, well, I foresee good efforts. At the end of it, you will lose, but you will be a good loser. Good loser.
I think that's the guy who can actually, they are the ones who know, they know everybody's size. As long as it's Nigeria, you may look at them and say, this one, Malam, this one, you are deceiving yourselves. It's Nigeria. People do say something. For those who have said, especially all of you living outside Nigeria, Abroadian Nigerians. I know some of you mean well, by the way. We need diaspora voting to get rid of all this kind of mess. They know they can never buy the diasporans. They should let us, some of you don't know that. You see all the good ideas that you probably have about how to make Nigeria a livable place. And a reasonable one too. All those ideas, they have been developed inside Nigeria itself. Nobody said that they come from anywhere. But the system of Nigeria is built to reject any kind of innovation or changes that would alter the status quo. The system will rebuff it. Don't think it's a genius thing. If tomorrow they say, oh yeah, diasporas can vote, I'm going to tell you what. Many of you who are thinking of diaspora votes, many of you are from southern Nigeria. Living in the West, living all over the place where you believe that it's advanced, this, blah, blah, But one thing you are not possibly paying attention to is this. The moment, if this is done under this Nigeria, as it's currently unitary structured as it is, what you are saying is that Nigeria should please legitimize the Chadians, the Malians, the Nigerians, the Sudanese, the Libyans, and every one of them that they told you that they are Nigerians, even though they are currently not part of that Nigeria by all legal representation. But people who are lived in northern Nigeria, who are still living there, they will tell you, yeah, you do. You've heard about train to Maradi in Niger Republic, Abi? Right. Everybody will be able to come in. You've been asking yourself, some of you said, I have been to northern Nigeria. I don't believe in that population. I don't believe in that figure. Now you would believe in that figure. For real. It will hurt you more. That's why they always say, you need to always be careful of what you are wishing for. If they allow the Nigerians abroad to vote, all these Stephen politicians, all these people, and with this arrangement, you should be careful of what you are wishing for. They don't need diaspora voting. They are already voting. You know it. The fake population of northern Nigeria is non-negotiable. You know it. The running, day-to-day running of Nigeria is considered the responsibility of northern Nigeria first. By what? Because of population that nobody can indeed verify. So I was just there. I was like, you see, I think I should say something on this. Sometimes I remember I was one of those who felt like if the diasporans can vote, many of us will never, ever in any way settle for some of the rogues that you see around there in Nigeria. And that is why the demand for the renegotiation of Nigeria by every ethnic nationality that is part of Nigeria today to decide if they still want to be together under what arrangement should happen as soon as possible if you actually love Nigeria. Or you should just continue living with this mess and this nightmare. And if you see this kind of messages for Yoruba Nation, Biafra, let us go and separate. Oh, let us have the autonomous regions. Oh, let us separate. Restructuring and all of that. You see, messages like this are the messages from mostly Southerners who have seen through the complicated forced union called Nigeria. And their own way of maybe escaping it is the what? You know what? Let's do this, let's do that. And restructuring are the politically correct version of let us break up Nigeria. When people want to be politically correct about the breaking up of Nigeria, they will say, let us restructure Nigeria. Why are they saying that? People want to detach themselves from this forced union, which is also the forced and shared misery, shared terrorism, shared intentional underdevelopment. All this can stop if we let everybody handle their own affair in their own way. And that is what? That is an indirect way of breaking up of Nigeria. Do you know why the messages sells more? Or why the message, why the people abroad are sold on the message for let us go our separate ways? It's because they are mostly from southern Nigeria who have seen through the lies. And somehow, if they are given an opportunity to make a difference or changes to the state of Nigeria today, they would never settle down for this arrangement. And not settling down for this arrangement makes them think, if we have to use election, if we have to use election to change our lives, oh yeah, people abroad should be voting. Do you know that Nigerians are Nigerians, they told you. Shadians and then you will realize that as all of you are still using grammar to tear yourselves abroad, debating who is good, who is not good, one command. By the time all of you in America, your vote landed, they say the vote from America, 6 million. 2 million for party A, 3 million for party B, 1 million for party C. Those one from America say, hey, all of them from the UK, from Germany, from this, from that. By the time all of your votes are coming, 100,000, 50,000, 120,000, this and that, you will now have to wait for your fellow Nigerians, voters from Libya, from Chad, from Niger, from Mali, from Mauritania, Fabina, Mauritius, from everywhere. Then you begin to hear Chad. From Chad alone, you go to see voters of 4 million. Say, hey, 4 million Nigeria, they Chad. What is the population of Chad? They say, continue asking questions. Go Chad, go find out. Voter from Mali, 3.8 million, one person. Now, that one, they go to party A, party B, party C, forget which party. If na party A, they say party A, 4 million APC from Chad. 7 million APC, Libya. I say, what's the population of Libya? Now, Libyans, they vote. Say, what do you expect? They have the vote, they register to vote. So you should you should be very careful of what you wish for. All of us, we did this Western world. Sometimes, because you have stayed away for too long, that is why some of you are beginning to feel like geniuses, providing solution to Nigeria problem. And most of your solution, if you don't know, they are laced with your own experience, which is that you are a Southerner or you have lived in the West, and you think your smartness is how they do it back there. It is not. As we speak, they won't even let themselves campaign. That's their politics, by the way, and that's how they run it. Take a listen to this from Lagos.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, sorry, please, I missed your call.
Yeah. My name is Oloye from Ekpe.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I want to make inquiries about your billboard in Aitoro.
Okay.
So, how much is it? And how available is it?
Well, for now, it's available.
Okay.
It's 4 million per annum.
4 million per annum.
Yes, sir.
So
What brand are you putting on it?
It's for politics anyway.
Politics.
Yeah.
What party?
Labour Party.
Labour Party.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we're gonna accept
Why?
Labour Party. Well, we have internal control issues from Lagos State signage.
Okay.
And it's becoming a serious issue.
So internal control in what way?
Like they are not giving us room to advertise other parties.
Aside from
APC.
Oh, that's an obnoxious one now.
Yeah, we all know. We all know. Even the governorship aspirant for PDP came on the air to give his view as regards the terrible state of things as regards that.
That's a funny one.
It's not a good one at all. We all understand what it is, but they control the what it is. So it's also giving us issues, seriously. It's giving with the practitioners issues, seriously.
That's their politics. And like I told you, right, in Nigeria, if you want to understand Nigerians very well, if you are a Nigerian, you should confirm this or you should fight it, because as a typical Nigerian, I believe that sometimes when it doesn't sound good, even though you know it's true, you would rather just put up a fight. No. My ego, that's not true. It's all right. Just calm down. Just calm down. Nigerians are mostly, right, not really bothered if something is happening and it hasn't really happened to them. But you see, the moment they experience that injustice as much as it is, right, Nigerians, they will become the loudest that moment. And that's what Nigeria is. However, if they cannot, or let me say, if they are in bed with the perpetrators of that act, and that thing hasn't happened to them as well, right? It's the same thing. They will stand up to use all manner of excuses to excuse away that thing, even if they are looking at the victim right here in your eyes. They look at you face to face. And if they cannot divert or, let me say, deflect you out of what they are trying to force on, And they'll start blaming you, start questioning you. Like, what do you mean? Why is it this only place that this will happen or not? Don't worry, I'll tell you what I mean. Nigeria and the Nigerian politicians, put it this way, Nigerian politicians and those who follow them, right? Most of the time, as they said, that they choose the side of their oppressors, or they are not really angry or not really against oppression and every other thing that we might have associated with their oppressors as well, right? They are not always like against that, as long as they are the one doing the oppression, or they are not the one receiving at the receiving end of that oppression as the victim. Then they will stand up and defend that terror called leaders. I shared a video. About people making their daily living from dump sites. I'm talking about from Akiton, where you refuse dump. Yeah, put it that way, refuse dump. And among the people that came to wow, like ambulance, so surprised, pretending to be surprised, you know, like Nigerians, they can pretend to be surprised too. Meanwhile, they know all this. I'll show you the video before I say something. Watch this video, and I'll tell you what I want to say.
So what else control? Ewu yẹn ó ti wọnú ètò kíní yẹn ó máa pa kíní tó ṣe gangan nísàlẹ̀ ó máa pa wọn.
Those are the people that Nigeria politicians called the real voters. So I shared that video on social media, on Mayegun's Diary Political, like, man, this is not good. I know many of you watching that video there. If you are not in Nigeria, I can only imagine how you are feeling watching that. Now, that video is just about 2 days ago. It's not old. 2 days ago. Okay? So people, and that's not new. You know, it's not new as well, right? When we're growing up, it has always been like that. And that's Lagos, by the way. That is Lagos, the mega city. So when I shared that, right, I came under attack, as usual, from the Lagos Abobakus. So I did something among those who are like, I dare know dump sites where you are living in Scotland. I dare know people who are also working in the dump site. I dare know people who are doing this and that here where you live in. And I'm like, okay, fine. If you have never left Nigeria in your life, okay, I will probably not blame you everything. I won't really blame you much. So I started looking at those people speaking and saying those things. Do you know what really got to me? I found that almost half of about 12 people under that video who came to abuse me, they ignored the whole thing. They just abuse. So this Mayegun is enemy of progress. What is the big deal here? All the people you see in that dump site, they are millionaires. Many of them are millionaires. They are making millions from that dump site every day, blah, blah, blah. You know, they are saying all those. Among them, right? You won't believe it. At least 7 of them, of about 13 comments I actually paid attention to, 7 of them, they were not living in Nigeria. Do you know what? 2 of them lives in the UK. 3 among them lives in America. They are probably watching me right now, right? And guess what? All of these 7 comments, they were Yorubas. To them, me posting that video is an attack on their leaders in Nigeria who have told the world that they have turned the whole place around. Everyone is fine, everybody is fine. Don't listen to all these people shouting on social media. But do you know what really got to me? This particular 5 people, they are not living in Nigeria. They are living in America and UK. I live in the UK. The one that said, are there no dump sites in your Scotland there that you will come on social media and be posting nonsense? He lives in the UK. And he knows that you will never find anybody, right, in the dump site, anywhere in the UK, picking the site, looking for something that they can then live on, something to sell so that they can live on. In fact, our dump site in the UK is where, in fact, our dump site in the UK here, I don't know about America, and I believe it's almost the same. Our dump site, refuse site in the UK, serves as the business link for some of your electronic furniture businessmen, second-hand furniture sellers in Nigeria. Do you know why? Because the reason why you will see many of us at the dump site, a big one like that is never opened that way, right? Is because we are going there to dump our unused refrigerator, television, couches, Hoover, iron, all those things that we chose that we will not probably use them anymore. Not because they broke, but because we have no place for them. They've been replaced. Where do you take them to? You take them to the dump site. That's when you will see people with their with everything in a dump site. Not because they want to go there to go and look for their daily bread, but they live in the UK. You know, the one that actually, then that same person, right, now went on and said, look at, it was, I shared my picture, right? And he copied my picture and he brought it under that same post. He said, look at this Mayegun that all of you are listening to, right? You know me, I wish I have skins. I actually wish I'm so big, but I can never be, right? In order to push back at me, he said, it is either that Scotland is a very, very tough place for this Mayegun. He must be so hungry. Look how skinny he looks. Look how tiny he is. That is the person that all of you are listening to. That's their own definition of getting back to me, because I felt like, how could this still be happening in Yoruba land? For real. I'll show you the video again. He said, look at the Mayegun. Look at him. Is he maybe it's even like well, he didn't say maybe. He said, we can see that your Scotland does not even pay you. You look so hungry. I look hungry. To Lagos Abobaku, I am hungry, according to them. But guess what? When I saw this video, the only thing that came to my mind was, how many of these Lagos Abobakus, how many of you, the Abrodian Buhari idiots, how many of you will be so proud to get your family members to pick up a survivor job at this location? That's when they glorify poverty. They tell you poverty is good. But for somebody living abroad, in fact, ekpe nu share.
Oh, the road. So what else goes on? Ewu bubu yẹn ó ti wọnú ètò. Kíni yẹn ó máa pa, kíni tó ṣe gangan nísàlẹ̀, ó máa pa wọ́n.
Isn't that cringy? As a Yoruba man or woman watching me right now, this is not supposed to be new to you, okay? Right? Probably you've always been like a driving past all those dump sites, open dump refuse sites, transmitting different kind of God knows whatever into the air that people actually inhale, and there's no real healthcare system, no health insurance, nothing to help those who are going to be the. You need to go to so many areas like that, right? And these are the people that they have been left on their own. They are only useful, valuable whenever there is election. If you see anything otherwise, right, then you are likely going to be an enemy of progress, because those people in the book of Nigerian politicians or Yoruba politicians in Yoruba land, those people are living the best of their lives. And when I checked the statistics, it broke my heart that in Yoruba land, we are living on the old glory. Old glory that they told you then that the Yorubas are rich, Yorubas are this, we can feed ourselves, all those things they were telling you. In fact, you know, in most cases they will tell you, Alimajiris are in the north. They are begging for this, they are coming to down south to beg and all of that. It will shock you. The Yorubas have now fallen under this democracy. More Yorubas have now turned into begging. Many people are now unable to afford their own medical bills anymore. They are dying in that Yoruba land. Yeah, hunger is everywhere, and it is so obvious as well. They told me, they said that the statistics now shows that many Yoruba states and communities, their life and everything they live on today is not different from the people from the war-torn Zamfara, Borono, Niger, and all these places. It go shock you. I saw that today and I'm like, God forbid bad thing. Because it can only get worse. Trust me. It can only get worse. I'll stop here, take a few calls if I can. And then, yeah, somebody was asking me what is the next thing now for the Yoruba nation. No. The Yoruba nation is still on course. There's always going to be a next thing. All of these are part of what put to test. Do people really want this to happen? And the campaigners for the, the independence of the Yoruba people from outside, from Nigeria, as you can see, right? It is their consistency that is going to answer your question. What is next? Nothing is changing. In fact, if you agree with me, right, I would say it is probably because never giving up a spirit of everyone asking for this legitimately now, even though the horde is staked against us. The people have been turned, divided, and today we face more rejection from those who are supposed to actually carry this as their own mandate, Yorubas themselves. So if you ask those who are mostly against the Yoruba nation or independence of Yoruba or the autonomy of the Yoruba people from current contraption called Nigeria, which will open the doors of more development opportunities and self-rule, so to say, if you check those who are against it, who are really against it and will do everything to prevent it from happening, they are not Igbos, they are not Hausas or Fulanis, Northerners or Easterners or South Southerners, whatever you. They are Yorubas, and they are investing a lot of money in ensuring that this never happened. Yoruba nation will never happen, according to them. So if you have anyone to look into, I'll ask you to look into our own selves and read the comment, read the room. You will realize that the divided criminals themselves are more desperate these days, and they will do more, which is simply because whatever they thought they've done before now seems to have failed them. It is not making people to back down. And in fact, as they are doing their best to buy everybody onto their side, right? Because nobody can really convince any real Yorubas that their safety and future progress or whatever you is in the hand of Nigeria, and Tifnubu represent that. It's becoming a big thing, seriously. And since this election is going to be like their do or die, whatever, yeah, as usual, now they are not leaving any stone unturned. Everyone they suspect, everyone they believe that could contribute to that setback for them, they will go for them. And now is that time. So if you're looking for anybody, if you're looking for anything to give you that assurance that what is going on and then I think still on track, then look at all their actions, their desperation, the bribery, the blackmail, and every other thing that goes into them trying to discourage you from asking for the renegotiation of the contraption called Nigeria, or the total breakup of it, to free the people, free the chippies from this fraudulent arrangement that has brought us nothing but agony, anguish, poverty, backwardness, and now terrorism. So if you ask me what is next, I'll tell you this. It is now better for you if you have never believed that it is possible, and it's in fact a good thing for the Yorubas to be in charge of our own affair. If you never believed in it, I'm asking you, right, to start doing so, because those who thought they could bury that idea, you might think that asking for Yoruba nation to these people is inconsequential. No, you are not thinking then. If you are really thinking, you will understand how much is going into trying to discourage it, derail it, and indeed kill it if possible for now. Now, they haven't been able to succeed. The next couple of days, weeks, and others are going to be really crucial into what they have in stock. So if there's anything at all, we should be more united than ever, now than ever. We should believe in ourselves more than ever. And we should support ourselves more than ever. Be ready, be available, and do not be absent. Do not join those who are going to abscond or distracted as it is right now. We know there are campaigns out there. People have been distracted. People have been taken out. People have been made to pledge loyalty to two options. It used to be one. And that singular one that they believe could save or could actually make a difference. A Yoruba sovereign nation, right? Many of those who said that yesterday are now having a second one. So they succeeded in all of that. So if there's anything at all that we have left for us right now that should be working for us, is us holding on to ourselves. There will be more to come to get everyone scattered. But if you are not prepared for it, it's going to happen. But if there is only one person, let's put it this way, if there is 1,000 people or 1 million people still believing that it is the right thing for the Yorubas to collectively demand for the renegotiation of this arrangement or contraption called Nigeria, for the sake of our own children, our future, right? If 1 million people remain in this struggle, I'll be one of them. Listen, if 100,000 people remain asking for this legitimately, genuinely, I will be one of them. Now, if 100 people remain asking legitimately that it is the right thing to do, to demand collectively that Yorubas can stand and be on our own, yes, I would be one of them. And listen, I know we are many. If there are only 10 people that are left in this whole thing, trust my ego, I will be one of them. Again, if it's all come to naught and there's only one person, I will still be in that wilderness like I've always been. Because if you are looking for those who first started the push, that Yorubas should look inward, the shortchanging of Yorubas in Nigeria, as much as in the recent time, on this blogo space, you will find Mayegun and what I have done in the last decade on this blogo space as well. They will speak for them. So if I tell you that those who genuinely believe that Yorubas deserve it better, if there is no one else, you will still find me. I know it will never remain just one person. Now, that's why I'm asking you, if there's anything left for us to do, it is to what? To begin to believe. If they could spend this fortune, this time, this power, these threats, and everything that is still going to happen, just to discourage you from asking for what is right, rightly yours, in this mismanaged contraption, then that means it is worth it. It is worth something. And if you don't treat it that way, then it will be worth nothing. Not to me, not to my friends. I'll take calls, like I said. I'll take few as time permits. You can call in. Maybe you should tell me something I've missed, right? And when I get back, we can continue from here. So I'll be back.